Good morning. You listen to FloridaLA.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Byron Morton, the VP of Leasing for the Mart in Chicago. Byron, how you doing?
I'm doing very well this morning, Kemp. Thank you.
You know, it's just 10 days we'll be together. NeoCon, and it's also now somewhat called Chicago Design Week. That starts probably on Saturday before your exhibit starts on Monday, June the 8th, and runs to the 10th. First, let's talk about registration and attendance. What are you seeing out there?
Well, registration is looking up from last year. Our hotel room block is verifying that as well, with about a 9% increase over last year. The audience is made up primarily of A&D. About 42% of the audience are from A&D firms. And we've got a notable group of end users as well, making up about 23% of the audience. Some of the notable A&D firms and companies attending, names like AECom, Gensler, IA Interior Architects, Nelson Worldwide, Rockwell Group, Stantec, just to name a few. And we've got a great end user roster registered this year, representing all market segments from tech to finance to hospitality, names like Abbott, Walgreens, Accenture, Allstate, Bain, Bank of America, Microsoft, Delta, Progressive Insurance, Hyatt, Salesforce, Starbucks, TikTok. We're feeling like we're going to have a really great show.
I'm excited to be there. The market, total flooring market has been soft, but fortunately the commercial market is still bringing some life to the business. So we've all been excited to come to Chicago to see what the trends are. What are some of the trends you're seeing out there in the market?
I think the two biggest trends that we're seeing that are driving the commercial sector are, first, hybrid office reinvestment. The office segment continues to dominate the commercial interior design market. It accounts for about 32% of total market share. It's really being driven by companies retrofitting their offices towards activity-based layouts and collaboration-heavy physical hubs. The name of the game to get people to return to the office now is to make the investment of the commute worth it and to provide a space that employees want to come to. That's one big thing. The other thing is, hospitality and experience is really surging. People are looking for more memorable experiential spaces. The hospitality segment's growing at about 7.5% right now. It's all driven by the fact that people want an experience in the spaces that they go to. We look at those two trends and really see a lot of positivity across all segments of the commercial interiors market, from furnishings to fixtures and fabrics and lighting and, of course, floor covering.
I know your team has been working to have a exciting keynote presentation content, and I'm seeing, just looking on your website, that a lot of them are sold out. So if you didn't book it before, you're SOL. But anyway, talk a little bit about some of your speakers.
Our programming this year really follows our narrative of where design connects. And NeoCon plays a critical role in this industry, not only as a trade show, but as an ecosystem where the global design community gathers to connect, collaborate, and discover what's next for the built environment. Programming this year is widespread, from the traditional keynotes to great panel discussions and special feature presentations, as well as immersive experiences like Inside Design, where attendees will have the ability to do things like go get a first look at the Obama Library. There's also a theater tour to kind of bring in art and culture into that as well. Our programming is always a highlight, and it will continue to do so this year. We're also launching a lot of new things for 2026. One of the biggest things, I think, is we are opening the show on Sunday at noon. We're calling it Preview Day. People are in the building. The show essentially starts on Sunday anyway, so we figured let's officially open it. IIDA's annual meeting will be in the building on Sunday afternoon, as well as Interior Design's HIP Awards. So we're really excited to just give our exhibitors more exhibit time and our attendees more time to see all the products and ideas and innovation that's around the Mart at NeoCon. We're also launching several new initiatives on the 7th floor. We have launched a lighting show called Illuminate, dedicated to lighting innovation. Features about 60 companies to stress the importance of lighting to the commercial environment. Another thing that we're really excited about new this year is the NeoCon Collab. This will be on the 7th floor, and it is a multi-brand collaborative environment designed by Charlie Green Studio, who's a local Chicago design firm. There are several manufacturers participating in this. Mohawk actually is our exclusive floor covering sponsor. So lots of new stuff to see, lots of exciting things for every segment of the market.
You know, you mentioned Mohawk Group. They've moved to Fulton Market, and yet they're back in the Mart on the 7th floor. That's interesting to know. You still have Shaw Contract and Patcraft and AHF and HMTX in the Mart. So those are the flooring people that are there. Sounds like you're breathing some new life into the whole collaborative 3-day event that's going on in Chicago.
I mean, floor covering is a great segment for us. As you mentioned, Shaw Contract is on the 10th floor. They'll be introducing a really cool collection in collaboration with Mike Ford. Patcraft actually will be both on 10 and on the 7th floor, focusing directly on their high performance acoustics and tactile neuro-inclusive surface designs. And you've got AHF and Sherwin-Williams with seamless liquid flooring solutions on 7. Torganol is returning again this year with high quality resin flooring materials. And then don't forget the 1st floor with companies like Divine Flooring and Carlisle Wide Plank Flooring as well. So lots to see.
Well, I look forward to seeing you and being with all of the designers to see what's going on this year. Again, been talking to Byron Morton, the Vice President of Leasing for the Mart, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.